Hi everyone, my name is Katie O'Shea and today I'm going to be talking about book series that I haven't yet finished. You know, sometimes you read the first book in a series and then you have to wait a year or two for the next book to come out, and then when it does you are still reading something else. So here are some series that I haven't yet finished but I need to. The first book is Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the third book actually in the Grisha series or trilogy. The first one is Shadow and Bone, and then Siege and Storm, and I just finished Siege and Storm. I listened to the audiobook and it was not as good in my opinion as Shadow and Bone, but it was still interesting. So I'm excited to see how the series kind of finishes out in Ruin and Rising, and it's definitely a great series. I would recommend the series. You know how second books kind of just get on a slump sometimes. But I'm looking forward to reading this, and I'm almost done with the series, so that's exciting. The next book is Horde by Anne Aguirre, and this is part of the Razorland trilogy. The other books are Enclave and Outpost, and I don't think I've read Outpost either. I have it, it's just somewhere around here. Enclave I read so long ago, at least 5 years ago or something. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but I feel like I read it pretty close to then. And it's been so long, I'm probably going to have to reread the first book now, because I vaguely remember it's kind of like a dystopian series, and at one point they're living underground in like the sewers because there's kind of like zombie type people running around. So that's kind of my recollection. I either need to read like a summary recap of the first book or just do a reread. So that's this, but I enjoyed it. I just hadn't, I don't think the next ones were out maybe when I got it, so you know how that goes. The next book is A Darkness Strange and Lovely, and this is by Susan Dennard. I forget what the series is called, but the book before this was Something Strange and Deadly. So I enjoyed that series. It's kind of like a historical fiction YA. I honestly, it has been a while since I read the first one on this as well, but you guys may know Susan Dennard just had her new series, Truth Witch, come out, so everyone's been kind of raving about that. So this is on my to-read list as well, and I think there's a third one in the trilogy, so have to check this out still. Next up is Fire with Fire, which is the second book in the Burn for Burn series, and this is by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian, who are besties, and I absolutely love Jenny Han. I haven't read a lot of Siobhan Vivian's books yet, but I love Jenny Han, and so I can't believe I haven't gotten to this one, but I know why. It was because I got an arc of Burn for Burn, and then this one wasn't out yet, so again, it kind of threw me off. Do you guys hate that when the books aren't all out, but then you kind of don't want to wait for the whole series to be out? Because then you're like missing out on everything. I do have a few series that I haven't read yet where all the books are out now, and I'm like, yes, I'll be able to just like binge read these, so that's the good side. And one of those series where all the books are already out is this one, Days of Blood and Starlight, which is the sequel to Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And I read Daughter of Smoke and Bone maybe last year, and it was really good. It's a very rich fantasy. The writing is beautiful. The world is absolutely so imaginative and amazing. So I'm excited to read this, but I don't know, it's just like a little long and I'm not immersed in the world anymore. But this series is finished, so once I finish this one I can read the final one. And I know people just love this series, so I have to get back into it. Next is The Kill Order by James Dashner, and technically this is the prequel, so I have read all the books in the series part of the Maze Runner series, and I liked it. It got weird, okay? It probably got weird to everyone, but you know, I still enjoyed it, and this is the prequel to the Maze Runner series, and I kind of want to know what all went down that led to the Maze Runner book, because if you look at the Maze Runner just kind of from an outside perspective, it's like, why would they do that? But maybe this will explain why. And then the last two are Lola and the Boy Next Door, and then Isla and the Happily Ever After. Technically, I wouldn't say that this is a series, but the first book is Anna and the French Kiss, and from what I understand, since I haven't read them yet, some of the characters maybe overlap, maybe not, maybe I'm wrong about that, but In any case, these are the other ones that I have not read yet that I would like to by Stephanie Perkins. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Leave me a comment letting me know what series you have sitting on your shelf that you haven't finished yet, or if you don't have the book yet, but you read the first book and you really need to finish the rest of the series to figure out what happens. I make videos every Monday, so if you're new here, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!